Incredible joke. My gosh, we should always hear those before we open. Speaking of some people off air. Hey, Tom McKay here, your incredible host with 3D Politics Live. I got all three Davids, the Davids that matter. David Van, David Oldham, David D'Ambroso, of course, associated with SoonerPolitics.org, ConstitutionalGrounds.com, and at Dave D'Ambroso on Facebook. You can yell at me, speak to me, or compliment me on 3D Politics Live right here. Ladies and gentlemen, I tried to get over it, but still, it's football season. I'm still upset with the referees, and I have some constructive criticism. It's only week 2, basically. We've had 31 games. We've had 595 flags. Once again, Ed Hockules is a gateway referee. We don't really want to hear your name. We don't care who you are. You'll just notice that that's about 20 flags per game, actually 26 flags in the Detroit game. That's about 3 flags. That's a flag every 3 minutes. That's 20 flags. We're up from an average of about 13 to 12 flags per game in 2013. The problem is it's not just a flag anymore. We're calling in penalties that are out of sync with the philosophical nature of the game. If you look up Walter Campbell's History of Football, you'll find out that the basic differences between football and rugby and that other girls' game where they kick the ball around.
Football is what they call it.
Yeah, that would be real football.
With 6.5 billion people.
The consensus never made it in science.
Tom, I got to say, this was just week 6 of the preseason. That's all it was. That's where eventually they'll learn to play.
No, I'm talking about the first 2 opening.
I know, and I'm calling week 5 and 6 of the preseason.
All right, call the tail of a dog a leg. So, but the point is, we're no longer calling penalties on things that are philosophically accurate with the game. The whole reason football is different than rugby and soccer is unnecessary roughness. There should literally be no unnecessary roughness calls. Furthermore, an offensive pass interference is philosophically impossible. If I am in on the play and it is my pass, I literally cannot interfere with my own offensive pass. Offensive pass interference should be a penalty that goes away. Spiking the ball to timeout within the last 2 minutes is literally intentional grounding. It's totally philosophically against the grain. Referee has the freedom to throw as many flags as he wants with no penalty. They should be couched just like the coaches are. The referee should have no more than 3 flags per half.
There you go.
And they should be penalized if they're wrong. And no more if they throw the flag. Oh, there's no infraction on the field. Try that, coaches. Oh, yeah, I didn't really mean to throw that flag.
I love it.
Why in the hell do they have to huddle? They are referees. You're not playing the game. Throw the flag and make the call. It's like, throw the flag and get your buddies together. Am I right? I don't know. Am I right? Well, do you want them to have the score? No,
Tom,
really.
Tom, I'll tune in just to watch the second quarter and the fourth quarter, because once 3 flags are gone, it's freaking anarchy.
It's not anarchy. It's called football. You want to watch something else, it's called something else. The fact is, the referees are too much a part of the game.
Yes.
We'd like to just watch 10 minutes of football without having the referees. People have said to me, Tom, it's all about the money. They just want to add the commercial interest, which they have added about 5 minutes per game, which is 31 games a week times 5. They added literally an entire 3 hours of commercial breaks over there, period. But I say it's not about the money. It's the control. They're ruining the tradition. They're controlling the flow. They're controlling who wins the game, literally. You saw what happened this last week? So anyway, I'm over it.
Government run amok.
It's government run. And there's another problem. Why should we allow the referees to be questioned? Are they not the final authority?
Yeah.
Can we not let the referees just make the call?
I only have one question, Tom. Did you call someone ad hocules earlier?
Ad hocules.
Okay.
It wasn't ad
I thought it was some kind of play on it.
ad hoc.
Okay.
Tom, back when you and I were teenagers, they come up with this new rule. Yes, okay. Tom's still a teenager. Don't tell him any different. But they came up with this new rule called excessive celebration. These are men. These are men with testosterone. These are men who you want them to enjoy the game. You want them to give their best and be excited when they have success.
I thought that was the gay pride
It's
celebration of
it's
success.
it's post-gender, right? I mean, they're both simultaneously the sports ball players and the cheerleaders. I mean, shouldn't that be celebrated?
Hey, I got to ask, Oldham, there's a female soccer player that might get picked up by a team as a place kicker. Have you heard about this?
No, I hadn't.
Yeah, one of the gals that was on our
Hey, she can make the
World
she
Cup
can kick it.
team, and she can kick. She kicked a field goal almost 70 yards.
Sure.
Now, it was in practice, wasn't in the tenseness and pressure of the game. But this looks interesting. What do you think? You want to have?
Well,
a
the
first
question is, can she tackle?
I'm
Because
completely
how many
indifferent.
times have you seen I mean, not that you have place kickers getting their kicks blocked, but they have to sometimes make a tackle.
Have you
especially
seen the other 31 place kickers? Not one of them can tackle.
Hey, at times they do, but
Yeah.
that's the real question.
If they do, it's a shocking moment.
The
You
real
know?
question is, can you tackle her, and how do you do it? Two
There you
above,
go.
Two below.
All I know about
What
kickers
is it?
is I once had a friend who got a full ride to TU because he was exceptional at kicking a football, and that's it. He was terrible at everything else,
Sure.
everything
Sure.
else in life, but he was a phenomenal kicker. And I think what I heard was they may use him like up to one time, between 0 and like a couple of times per season, and that was free education.
It's like a wizard. You know, wizards, you got to have one on your team. You don't use them all the time. 99% of the time, the wizard is useless. But the 1% of the time you need a wizard, pow, it's worth his money.
I'm so out of my depth with
Yeah,
sports ball. I don't know what a
wizard, like,
wizard is.
A
You know,
wizard.
just trying to help you through this football problem.
Okay. Makes as much sense as
I'm stuck on ad hocules. You know, I love that. I'm gonna find a way to incorporate that.
I want to see a referee named A Priori. So,
Yeah.
so what do you want to talk about, boys? Impeachment or otherwise?
Well, let's start with the big one. Let's start with the national.
Okay, well, the football thing was my big national
That's the
story.
big.
Oh, it's big, Tom. It's big.
Nothing.
And if you're an
Nothing
NFL
after
official,
that.
you can contact Tom McKay on this
That's right.
program.
Hey, and you know what? Instead of taking away yardage, because nobody cares about yardage, take away points. If you're going to throw a flag, take points. And all of a sudden the coaches will be like, hey, boys.
I still say the real men are the rugby players. They do it all without any pads or helmets.
All right.
All right.